Good morning from Washington, everybody. Still Eastern Washington, but free coffee here at the rest area. I gotta give Washington some credit. They're probably got the second best rest areas in the country, behind Texas, which allows overnight parking, of course, for 24 hours. But usually they got water and free dump stations and free coffee. So today we're gonna be exploring a little bit, and I got, well, a couple things. I got my Washington State freshwater fishing license for the summer, as well as, how about a new Discover Pass? That's right. This $35 annual pass gives you camping all season. May 1st to October 31st, you can camp, no additional cost, in any of the 86 DNR free campgrounds in this state. 7-day max at each one. So you have 86 weeks of camping for $35 essentially. And we are going to test out a bunch of new ones that I have never seen in this state this summer, this spring still. And I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to showing you what we can find. But first, we're still moving west, so looking for my first one on this map, and I think it's coming up.
Wait a second, I don't need you. Then why so settled? I withdrew. Still it feels just like I'm waiting for something better. Wait a second.
So at least do notice, I do try to keep the windshield clean, guys. I start with a clean windshield every day, but it's impossible. Those flies and gnats and bugs, they're gonna get on the windshield as I drive throughout the day. And I can't pull off every half a mile to keep it clean for you, but I do try. Who's this guy here, huh? Good old George Washington. And here we are in the city of George Washington, which is kind of unique to the United States because George, the city, is the only one that corresponds to a United States president of the state, Washington. It's the only time this happens in all 50 states. And there is our first DNR campground right down the road. I'm praying that there's gonna be a site open because I don't really have a backup. So let's get down there.
I wanna stay up late with my heart in your head. Maybe stare too much cause you don't understand. You got me gone. You don't understand. You got me gone. But sometimes I might be a bit selfish when you're way too humble. Might be overzealous, getting you in trouble. Cause I'm a little bit unsteady, even a little bit mad. Might be a disaster, or just the best you've ever had. Or just the best you've ever had. Cause I'm a little bit unsteady, even a little bit mad. Might be a disaster. When I'm with you, I feel different, like I'm brand new. Let's ignore it. Still it feels just like I'm waiting for something better. Wait a second, I wanna stay up late with my heart in your hand. Maybe stare too much cause you don't understand. You got me gone. You don't understand. You got me gone.
Some highly unexpected beauty here in Eastern Washington. Although most of the trees are no taller than I am. It's definitely a different part of the state on this side of the Cascade Mountains. Definitely different, but still definitely pretty. Nobody camping here. I was worried that I might not get a site. Not one camper out here for the weekend of May. And I have a big, huge open site here with water access. Oh man, and all the wildlife, birds, and woo-wee. Let's see, where are we? Washington. No gators. Okay. As a traveler, it's funny. I always have to think about that. All right, let's step in. It's cold, but it's not river cold. It's just May in Washington, lake cold, and really crystal clear here for a lake. You do not see lakes this clean anywhere in the country. I don't care where you're at, maybe. In my opinion, I guess. Absolutely amazingly beautiful here. Let's get the fishing pole out. See if we can get anything out there. In a bit. So yeah, it's called Martha's Lake. It's in George, Washington, and it's part of the DNR system, one of the 83 campsites. The 3-day thing surprised me. That's the first time I've seen that. So 3-day instead of 7-day, but you can still spend 7 total days here with your annual Discover Pass. You just have to break it up according to this place. Okay, that's fine. This is boondocking though, huh guys? Even though you can't do it in a Class A. It's working just fine. And also, even though it looks like that water's crystal clear, as soon as you go into it, as soon as you start moving around in there, the sand and dust and dirt starts clouding up. And even the other day when I ran out there, I sank quick. And I was almost up to my junk in mud, and it was a little uncomfortable. I don't like that soft base in there. I like the rock or hard sand, and it's a little uncomfortable. It looks inviting, but yeah, just so you know. And all of these Washington State DNR campgrounds are a pack it in, pack it out. They do not have trash services. I know some people might say because they don't have trash cans, that's why stuff like this happens, because people don't have a place to put it, but that is not an excuse to be an idiot. So I always fill up a whole trash bag on my way out, and then you can hit the gas station a mile down the road. So I'll pick those 2 up, even though I really shouldn't have to, but we don't need these kinds of places closing down. They are strictly boondocking campsites, all of them in Washington State. Only a couple have access to drinking water. None of them have power. None of them have a dump station. The only thing you'll really find is a vault toilet. And believe it or not, this is probably one of the biggest expenses of these DNR campgrounds, is maintaining these vault toilets. They're pretty basic. Yep, little vault toilet. This one does have TP and a lot of flies. Whoa, a lot of flies. Either way you look at it, stinking beautiful. And some of the campgrounds will be kind of dispersed camping, where you just camp wherever. Other ones will have more like an actual campsite, like Liar River, with picnic table and a above ground barbecue briquette grill. So, just depends. I sure wish people could be decent around here, but I need to figure out where my tackle box is. I don't know where I put it in the RV. I had not seen it since I moved into Miranda. Well, should we fish? We should fish.
Best you've ever had.
Yeah, it ain't always about catching fish all the time. Some people pointed out that I don't ever catch fish on this channel. I would say about 99% of the time when I throw that line out in the water on this channel, I don't catch anything. It's not till I turn the camera off. There was one time, you guys remember, I caught like 42 fish in 2 hours. That was in Missouri. I'll put a video link up here, and I'll put it at the end in the credits as well. That was a fun day there with Robert. I will catch some fish this year, and I will show that eventually. Man, I like this place. I'm gonna stay here one more night, so get my full 3 days use out of it, and then we'll head west. I love it. You guys should check this place out. In fact, I will be putting the GPS coordinates in the video description for all of these DNR campgrounds in the coming months. So if you like one of these and you have a Discover Pass, you should definitely come out and check it out, because I don't feel like they're being used as much as they could be, except for some of them, some of my favorites. We shall see. All right, take care. It's been a pleasure taking you along with the journey. We'll see you in a couple days, guys. Bye-bye.